Hi guys. So a few days ago, we saw the wife of the number one man in Nigeria, the first lady, Miss Remi Tulumbo, went to the United States and she gave an interview to the CBM network. And it was a Christian network, and they asked her a particular question that is actually making airwaves, and her response was a little bit surprising. And it is still allowed because it's her own opinion, and she need to be in alignment with the opinion of the government. So it's her. So let's dive in. And I think this topic is very, very important to dwell on because we have to look into it to see the mind of the government, the people that we believe as our leaders. And when she went for this interview, the reporter asked her this particular question, which has become a big issue in Nigeria, rather than fixing the issue that is on ground. But actually, we are now dwelling on this. And the reporter asked her that, do you believe that is a genocide in Nigeria? And she said that she really, really, really don't believe that there's a genocide. And she also gave reasons why she don't believe that there's a genocide. She talked about the insecurity in Nigeria, and also that we are stepping into an election year. There's a heightened level of sensitivity right now. So that was she said, and she's actually correct, and yet she's not correct because in the first angle, yes, we're in an election year, and definitely there's insecurity in Nigeria. There is killing, kidnapping, and all sort of crimes committed in Nigeria, right? But there's one thing also that she also neglected is that there's also the killing of Christians in Nigeria. That's why she's wrong. You don't have to oppose one or the other when both of them are true. The one thing is this: is that two truths can exist at the same time while both truths are still true. Yes, there is insecurity in Nigeria. Muslim Christians are being killed. Yes, there's a specific targeting of the Christian population in the northern area. And this is made and it is brought out into the light more because there's a failure of the security facilities in Nigeria to work. And now it is a shocking thing that her that she's a pastor in one of the biggest church in Nigeria, rather than going to this Christian interview and giving the truth that yes, these two things are true. So you see that there's a reason why they are literally focused on changing the narrative. And I begin to wonder, okay, why can't we just admit that yes, there's a killing of Christians in Nigeria, and also yes, there's an insecurity problem, but the whole government have to literally go in and pay 9 million US dollar to a lobbying company called DCI Group in America to lobby the US government that there's no killing of Nigeria genocide. Why can't it money be pumped into the um, failing infrastructure of security in Nigeria? It's because they have to write the narrative. They have to definitely write the narrative. And why didn't they write the narrative? That is most of the question I will need to ask them. Why can't the government say that this is also happening and this is also happening, but they have to specifically what take out the other narrative and now draw on insecurity? But does this both argument do not show to the government that they are failing? Because if you can't protect life of a Christian or the life of your citizen, either Muslim or Christian, it shows that the government has failed. They know why. They know why they want to push a particular narrative. Most people may look at this and say that this conversation may be a little bit retarded, but they know why. These people actually think steps ahead of we common man. I'm going to give my own reason why they need to eliminate the idea that there's any Christian genocide in Nigeria. This is number one reason. If there's a statement or there's a narrative that there is killing of Christian Nigeria, that means it is a targeted what action, and that the government, by not doing anything about it, is definitely involved and is implicit to the action. And when a government supports or does nothing, when a particular set of their citizens or their population is being killed, it means that the government is in cahoots. So what they're trying to do by paying that lobby is not literally to fix the situation that okay, there's insecurity, there's killing, is to what change the narrative that says that the government is not part of this. So what they're actually doing is what a reimaging of the government, because you know that once immediately it has been found that the government is part of this, but the government is doing nothing about this, there'll be targeted sanction and targeted all consequences to the government. For example, we see that America have sent many delegates, many people to come and what observe the situation that's happening in the north. And you can see that in some of their reports, they stated about the implementation of Sharia law in the certain states in Nigeria. It's already that the government is already part of this. So they want to do all things so that what the limelight is not placed on the government, but it's placed on the general situation that's happening. That's why they will not allow these two narratives to run. And they would rather pay a huge amount of money to a government rather than to take care of their own people. They rather pay a huge amount of money to lobby on that government than take care of their own people. So it has to tell you that this is how what the Nigerian leaders think. They are saying that sanctions are being placed on some of them, their visas are being banned, their children are not allowed to travel out to the country to study in that countries. So they literally have to what, change the narrative. They have to rewrite the narrative, and that's why she has to be there. Even though she's a pastor of one of the largest churches in Nigeria, she cannot stand for the plight of the common Christian.